this week in car audio. Tune in. What we talking about bass? I'm talking about chips. Talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, and Jeffrey Fernandez, the superstar, internet sensation, speaker builder extraordinaire. All right, so I got Facebook working on the chat tonight. So cool. I got that up and going.
Running?
Yep. And then I got to check on
refresh.
YouTube. Yep. And then I just got to check on YouTube, and then I'm going to start sharing.
There it is.
So how was your weekend, Jeffrey?
It wasn't too bad. Just a quiet little weekend. I went and checked out the Grapevine, Texas. I guess it's known. It's the Christmas capital of Texas. So I went and checked that out.
Okay.
We actually got a chance to walk through Main Street and check out the stuff they had on display, which is really cool. Took a bunch of pictures. It was really nice. It's cold.
Just you and your wife, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did the annual Toys for Tots over there with Mellows Auto.
Yeah, I was checking out the pictures. Really cool.
Yeah, huge people showing up. Oh, there we go. YouTube's working too tonight.
Nice.
So I got Facebook and YouTube. We got Tristan and Tiffany posting in there. Anyway, yeah, so I bet you we had way over 200 cars in the parking lot. Easy. Wow. Over 200 cars. If you saw the pictures, crap tons of toys.
Mm-hmm.
The bad thing about the whole thing is, so the Mellows are no longer going to be doing like the Santa and that kind of thing and the raffle. But they said we can still do the Toys for Tots again next year. It's just it's a lot for them to do, to do all that other stuff, shut down their business for 2 days to set up the Toys for Tots area and all that stuff. So
yeah, from the pictures, wow. I mean, I see this every year. It's like they transform the bays that they have into like
Santa's village.
Yeah, they got Christmas trees, and then they got all toys. It almost seemed like there was a maze.
Yes.
Just nothing full of toys. So wow, that's like a really big, thing to do, and I can see why it takes a couple of days to get that done.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing for them to do. Let's see. Steve Willis says, "What's up?" Tristan says he saw you doing some testing this week. And Rosa there. She was almost the top dog this weekend, so she did really well.
I was catching the live. Yeah. It was really cool.
But anyway, first off, I want to thank our sponsors, Crossfire Car Audio, E-Box, and Voodoo Customs. Without them, it makes it more difficult to do these shows. And as you can see, I am no longer in the garage. I'm relegated out of there, and I can to an upstairs room. So it's not as cold inside this inside the house as it is outside in the garage. So that's all a good thing. Moses came. He didn't compete. Just saying, for all them Texas folk that are trying to get Moses on points, he was not competing this weekend.
Yeah, I did see him on the mic though, on your live stream. He was doing some commentating.
Yep.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, so we did beat the boss for base race
Hmm.
um and the 39.9 class I ended up winning. And
Hmm.
so what we did is uh, the winner or the loser donated $10 to the charity that
Oh,
we were
okay.
doing.
Right.
So
Right.
my first one was 39.9, and I lost that one. I'm sorry. And then I went against Christian in the 49.9 class, and I was only at
Whoa.
like 47 point something, and Christian busted out.
Oh, that's
So
right.
so Christian got to donate $10 to the charity.
Speaking of, he just chimed in here, said, "What's
Yep,
up, Jeffrey and Doug?"
yep, got him right on the screen there. Jose Ramos showed up. We also had Ray Pimley show up.
Nice.
I invited Ray to be on the show tonight. Didn't quite get a response back from him. He might have been real busy with work or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, we all talked about the Autorama thing going up and kind of got some details worked out. Almost doesn't count, says Rosa.
Ah, she's
uh,
just still learning. She's still learning.
yep. No, she did really well. And she uses steering wheel controls to do her
Yeah. Wow.
base race and stuff. Um, Rosa says she enjoyed it while it lasted. When he comes
Mhm.
back, you know how that goes. Oh,
When he comes back,
she's
is that
talking
what you're
about
talking about,
Moses coming
Moses?
back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but if you didn't have a chance to see their shirts, they both had green shirts and then sparkly red. It said "Toys for Tots" on it.
Hmm.
So they were very Christmassy and festive.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw Rosa wearing the tights, the
Oh yeah,
peppermint
the elf
tights,
tights. Yes.
the elf tights.
Yep. Christian says one of the best shows for sure. Huge attendance. And Christian, I don't know if you had a chance to watch his 49.9 run against Chivo, but they tied
Hmm.
twice. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
uh, and then Chivo just he was turning it down, turning it up, turning it down, and he just got caught in between notes and did a
He couldn't make that nine, huh?
49.8 and lost to Christian's 49.9.
I was hoping to see some random numbers.
Oh, so was I. It's been a
Those are
minute
always
since we've
fun.
seen him. Yeah.
Those are
So
always fun.
there's Eric Hansen popping in. So obviously you guys see random numbers when he's practicing with your wife.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're like drilling random numbers all the time, so they're
Okay.
definitely getting it down for sure.
So what we get? Is your wife gonna have a matching ring to yours this year?
I don't know. We'll see. That's still kind of up in the air, but she's definitely having a lot of fun right now. Not, it's kind of like not a lot of pressure, but just showing up and giving
Just
the
having
guys
fun.
yeah, just having fun, giving the guys a, run for their money, so to speak, because Roger gives away $100 to the
Yep.
29 class as a performance bonus, and
Uh,
she's won it the past couple of times, so
oh,
yeah.
she has.
Yeah, yeah,
Eric, she's taking all your money.
serious.
Manny Alejandre popping in. His dad was out there. Manny
Hmm.
was out there. Lord of Bass Manny.
Oh, Lord of Bass, yeah.
Lord of Bass was out there. He was doing everything but Cyclone. Oh,
Hmm.
that. Oh, so this one is Lord of Bass Manny. So, but yes, he popped in. He did a whole bunch of classes. Like I said, it was a lot of fun, a lot of opportunity for people. We had a couple of new people.
Oh, good.
Uh, oh, right here. Rosa says, "Oh, is she?" I'm thinking Rosa wants a little competition,
Yeah, we can do it. Let's do it.
woman on woman competition, a little Texas.
Get get the ladies involved, huh?
Yeah, and definitely when we do the multi-venue one, no reason your
Hmm.
wife can't be competing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So looking forward to that. Talked a lot at the event about
Mhm.
Autorama. May have a sponsor or two for Autorama possibly.
Oh, nice.
So That's all good stuff. We're going to have triple orgs. We're going to have USAC, IASCA, and DB Drag out there. So I let Wayne and Celise know about the date and everything last night. So that's
Hmm.
good. Uh, you
Oh,
know,
are they going to Autorama?
Wayne tries to get out to a couple of shows a year, and Autorama
Hmm.
may be one of them. Let's see. Wayne Hunt, David Hunt asked, after the first, will the results and points from 2023 after final show start to show for the 2024 season? Um, I think that's when it kicks in. It's when they actually on the website it, they initialize the next year. So that's all it is. So once they initialize, and they usually do that right after we do rules. And so I do know I got a call from Celise on Sunday asking me to look back at the rules discussion and see if anything was missed. And I told her I don't think anything's missed because everything I had to say, Jeffrey put in there. So, but she said Ray Choi had put a couple of comments in there, so I need to go back and
Hmm.
look at that.
Yeah, I saw a couple of new ones too pop up. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really.
yep. Um, uh, let's see. Eric says she's really good. Rosa says, oh, she's watching, and she's got to get on
Ah.
your wife's level there. And Justin Stolman
It's just
popping in.
practice, 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 practice.
It is. Justin Stolman wants to know who missed him. I didn't see him at the Toys for
Oh.
Tots. Wasn't he threatening to be there? And he was gonna, buy out all the raffle tickets or something. And
Ah.
I do want to say, all the people that were asking me about raffle tickets, I offered it up at the show, and nobody texted me, nobody instant messaged me, nothing.
Ah.
So we didn't get any additional, but we still like I said, you go back and look at the pictures. If you go to my Sonic FX page, you'll see I did a photo dump. We had lowriders there, we had drag racing cars there, we had stereo competition cars. So many videos from this weekend. Bobby Gately, um, uh, Bobby Gately was out there. Ray Maestas showed up. Ray
Yeah, I saw.
Maestas, did you see
Oh,
his
sorry. Go ahead.
video?
No, but I did see some of the Sky High guys there too, right?
Sky High was out there. Yep,
Yeah,
John
John Robbie.
Robbie and some of
Yeah,
the guys. Yep,
he
um,
brought out a couple of cars.
they did.
Really
So
cool.
so Ray Maestas, if you get a chance, check out his video
Oh, I did see. I saw
where
that video
where he was shaking the
with
garbage can.
Benjamin. Yeah, the
Yes,
dumpster. The dumpster. Not a
yes, the
garbage
dumpster.
can. It was
Yeah,
the
it was a
dumpster.
dumpster. Yes, he
The
was shaking
dumpster.
the dumpster with his car.
It was a
Justin
flex.
Stolman said it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Justin. So he said he was with his family. I won't be back till Autorama, which is May 5th or May 4th and 5th.
Oh.
But anyway, so he's out for a minute. And I did talk to Greg Purchell. He did not compete at the show. He was busy doing a lot of stuff. Like I said, there was over 200 cars there, tons and tons of video from the event. Um, and so at this particular venue, I
Hmm.
was happy to see a lot of the cars because even if they didn't compete, they all brought
Hmm.
toys.
That's good.
So, I mean, if you see all the pictures of how many toys we had, I bet you we had upwards, we had well over 100 toys there.
Yeah, I'm checking out right now. Some people brought bikes.
Yep, lots of
What?
bikes,
Bikes.
RC stuff, some drones, um,
Wow.
some Barbie stuff, bobblehead stuff. I mean, like I said, lots of cool stuff was brought. Really appreciate you guys. I do know there's another one next weekend. That's for you also, but I
Right.
believe there's another one this coming weekend in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
It's an IASCA event. So uh, Ray stopped in. and was telling me about that event. So that's going to be this weekend at Lunsford Customs location. So if you guys are in the Sacramento area or you want to go hit another Toys for Tots and try out Iasca, this is a great opportunity to try it at almost no cost. And as a matter of fact, it's an opportunity for you to go and try a different org if that's works for you, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, making my system loud to take to Tennessee or Kentucky, which is cool.
Kentucky.
I don't know. Owensboro, Kentucky.
Oh, right. Okay. So
Yep.
Tennessee meaning maybe like the
I think he just put Tennessee and
space
then
racers.
meant or Kentucky.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, but no, that's like I said, really cool event. Pictures with
Hmm.
Santa, all that stuff. Lots of kids running around. Just an ungodly amount of video produced from that show. Um, Somebody sent me a message
Hmm.
about there was a thread on Facebook about being at shows. Oh, there we go. It's Street Beats, which is on the 17th at Lunsford, same day as yours. Um,
Okay.
there was a thread on Facebook about how demo guys were saying they were more important to shows than stereo competition guys. Did
The
you happen
age
to
old
see? Yeah, did you
the
happen to
age
see
old
that thread?
question. No. There's probably a couple of them out there.
Okay, it was from Clippo, Kyle.
Oh, was it
Uh,
Rutherford?
yeah, Kyle Rutherford, Clippo. He put it out
Okay.
there. Put out the old change my mind. Demo guys are more important than
Oh,
competition
okay. I
guys.
think I saw that meme. Yeah, I think that was like last week.
Okay, yeah.
What side was he on?
To be honest, I didn't read through it much,
Yeah.
but I will share my thoughts on this.
Mhm.
Um,
He's got a big following on social
oh,
media.
he does.
So
Absolutely does.
he's a big social influencer.
He is. So just so everybody's aware of what my thoughts are on the thing.
Hmm.
Demo guys are awesome. They do enhance a show, but leech is not the right word. It's more of they
Whoa.
take advantage of the opportunity. The opportunity is only afforded for them to come out and demo and get all the people around and all that uh,
Hmm.
by the people that are having the show. So if there is no competition, the amount of areas and places for people to go out and do those demos is very limited. So if you are going to be at a show and demo, in my opinion, you should, um, participate. DB Drag has classes. We have freestyle. We have, if you don't want to compete much or you just want to burp real quick and be done, there's freestyle. If you want to show off your demo where you're the only person in the lane, you got your windows open just like you're demoing for somebody else, then we have
Hmm.
Cyclone.
Yeah.
So jump on the meter and
I'm trying to bring up that post. So I think it was it
okay.
on Kyle's? Man,
Yeah, I
he
believe it was
posts
Kyle's.
he posts a ton of stuff, so I'm having to like go all the way down.
And at my shows at DB Drag events, we don't
Hmm.
charge like a demo fee or anything.
Hmm.
So, those guys are getting the
Ah, there it is.
advantage
Okay.
of using the space
Hmm.
and not participating in what the event's for. But like I said, the Toys for Tots is different because everybody brought a toy, and hey, if that's what you guys want to do, I'm totally cool with that. That's great. As far as any other venues go, Jeffrey, myself, or any of the other judges, the amount of time and stuff we got to do to get a location locked down for an event is a lot more than you guys can imagine.
Hmm.
We get told no way more times than we get told yes. So, um,
So
uh,
I found the
okay,
meme here.
okay.
So it says here, demo guys create more revenue over competition guys for
Hmm.
audio companies. Change my mind. So
Right.
it's a little bit of a twist. It's not really so
Yep.
much as support based, but more so revenue based. I guess is
Maybe
what
it
I'm
devolved
trying to
into
say.
that.
Yeah, I think that's what it always comes down to, or what it always seems to
Hmm.
uh, go into. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those age-old questions, right?
Yeah, and I, to be honest with you, I don't think he's wrong in that
Hmm.
the for a if I was a manufacturer, I would be putting my sponsorships towards demo guys probably before competition guys,
Hmm.
except for the handful of competition guys that are pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
If you're you know, say you're in, I don't know, Super Street 1 to 2, and you're only doing 161. The amount of money, the amount of discount or whatever I'm going to do for a guy that's only doing 160 in Super Street 1 to 2 is very minimal versus a guy that's got a huge social media presence. And it's
Hmm.
not that the demo guy, it's really not his demo thing. It's the social presence he has and the videos he
The
produces.
influence,
Yeah,
the influence.
is what helps drive some of the sales.
But don't you
It's
think like every competition guy is essentially demoing? When they
uh
go in the lanes, they're essentially
they
demoing.
can. The, well,
It's kind of,
some of the guys that compete don't do demos, right? They don't, hey, and support their products, which
hmm,
I will say I truly believe you guys should support your products. If you're a DC guy, support DC. Show, hey, this
yeah.
is DC. This is where you get it. This is a local shop that might have it. Um, all of that stuff is, you know, that's super important. And I think if you do that, you're you're doing more for the company than people think. And that's super important,
Hmm.
especially if you're the owner of a company. You're Rusty or you're Nick with Incriminator. Oh, I got a text. Who is this one from?
Uh-oh.
Come on, Face ID slow. Are you bowling for anyone tonight?
What?
Not yet.
So we know that a lot of competitors
Uh huh.
who became car audio company owners.
Yes,
So we know that they came from the competition
they
arena,
did.
and then they've like Rusty, say
Nick
like
Wright,
yeah, Nick Wright and Scott.
DeClue, Scott
Um,
Owens.
has a a demo guy gone on to open up his or her own shop or company? I'm trying to think like
Well,
Steve Duncan's a big demo guy. I know he's got his own, I think, landscaping company or
oh, okay.
fence company, but I just wonder what those guys think. Like what Rusty thinks, or the owners of these companies, because they came from a competition background. I
They
just
did.
was
But
wondering if maybe there was a demo guy who became a car audio owner.
yeah, but you also got to think too. The those competition guys that started their own companies were driving the industry also, right?
Hmm.
So they were blowing stuff up, trying to make it better, and this and that, and that's how they ended up starting their companies. So that's that's once again, um, Steve Mead
Hmm.
would, but
Yeah,
you know what? He was a
that's true.
competitor. He was a competitor, and that's what started his YouTube channel of becoming,
Yeah, right.
and then he transitioned into a demo guy.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think, did anybody start as a demo guy?
I
And
think it might have been maybe the time frame that we were kind of accustomed to. There wasn't really that say hardcore
right.
demo guys back then, but kind of now it that's kind of a big presence. So
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if maybe say somebody from recent times is maybe even you know dabbling in a
Mhm.
demo guy turned car audio manufacturer owner.
Right. Um, yeah, because like I said, to me personally, I can't think of any.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, everybody I know that went to the manufacturing side. I mean, you got Dan Horner, right? Rusty.
Right. Yeah.
You have Scott Owens. I'm not sure about what's his name at not Scar, but
Oh, Jacob Fuller
Jacob Fuller. Yep.
at
I don't.
Sundown.
Yeah. So Jacob Fuller. I don't know if he started out as a competition guy or what.
I think so. I think he was a competitor
Was he?
competing with I think maybe who was it? David at PSI. I think
Oh,
they were
PSI with
competing together.
David.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's another competitor turned, but
Yep.
he's I think he's a full-on demo guy now.
Right.
So yeah.
So you're right. It may be a transition thing.
Hmm.
And that may be what's going on is it became a transition thing.
Right.
But because truthfully, if I was to build a vehicle now,
Hmm.
I would compete, but I'm telling you, I would be building a demo vehicle. I'd be doing like Jose Ramos does, you know,
Yeah.
build me a badass Cyclone build that just plays loud and nasty and come in and show it off at shows.
But
Um,
I do believe we can create like an atmosphere to to all coexist. We could all just
yeah.
get along type thing as long as the respect is there and no
Mhm.
one should be held higher than the other. I would say hey, there's just two different uh types of guys at these competitions. Like you said, there's
Right.
competitors and demo guys, so
Yeah.
demo bros.
And um, I am not really against that in any way. I don't
Hmm.
think it's
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think, it'll I was trying to make me look less dead, but I don't have a setting for that.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking pretty white, but I'm telling you right now, see the difference?
Oh
I'm
no,
I'm not that
I'm
white.
blinded. I'm
I
blind.
know. I'm not that white. This light that I have here today is very, very white. So, um, but I was trying to be less white. Uh, anyway, oh, there we go. We got some more stuff. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, I appreciate the demo guys.
Hmm.
There's demo and no one competes. Well, this is a different take. He says this is Justin Stolman. He says um,
Ooh, that's a long one.
that he's got numbers. I don't know what the numbers. People there to demo. I think people there to demo and no one competes is more than a headache. Contribute and help make a place for everyone. I'd be
Mhm.
pissed if it was a small parking lot and I had nowhere to park because it is filled with demo guys,
Mm.
and I'd personally take off. I'm not going to be down the street from the comp, especially if you're one of the competitors that's paying to enter, right?
Hmm.
So, Gary Killian popping in here. What's up, Gary?
Ah.
He says, no demo, burp only. That's how I rolled. No, he's wrong. So he demoed like a mother trucker, but he also participated in the thing.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Evening, y'all, from the Great White North, out of Canada. Susie popping in. Um, I don't know about B2. I don't know if those were demo guys that started a company or not. Eric Hansen says, I started doing demos and then got in the lanes and years later made the team. So he's a demo guy that tried out the lanes
Yeah.
and found that
I
that's
think
where he
more
wanted to
so
go.
he was just more so it was just unknown to him. When I first came out to Texas and started doing DB drag, I can recall he was attending the events, but he wouldn't be up in the lanes. I think more so
Gotcha.
it was unknown to him. Maybe that's what maybe that's how a lot of the demo guys think. They're just really unsure. Hey, am I loud? Sealed on the glass or on the kick, or
Uh-huh.
they're just kind of not sure about competition, so that's why they just stay in demo.
Yep.
Maybe nobody's kind of reached out to them and said, hey, I bet you your car would do well in Cyclone or something like that. So
Right.
it wasn't until I think Eric had kind of inquired about it that he, got into base race, and the rest is
Hmm.
history. So I don't know. Maybe Eric is one of those cases where I don't know. Maybe we can kind of pick his brain and say, hey, what got him from demoing into actually competing?
Yeah. So and I realistically, the competitors that are there and they see a demo, they should be the ones really, hey man, you should get in the lanes. They should really be putting on this stuff and doing some of that, interesting stuff. Let's see what Tristan says here. He says, who has been following Carlos Rodriguez with testing different subwoofers to see the
Ah,
most SPL you can get with the one?
I've been watching.
Have you? So
Yeah,
tell me
I
about
catch
it.
it every here and there. So essentially, he's testing a bunch of woofers. Some people would send him woofers to try out in his vehicle in his
Are,
extreme van.
so is this like Jeff Fu Customs? Or are they Crossfire? Are they DD? Are they
Wow,
FI
there was
audio?
one I saw one from Boss
Okay.
Audio,
Okay.
and he just recently, I think he was trying out the Sundown woofers, and
Okay.
I guess he's keeping track of them. You can check it out on Base Wars, I think it is. He's got his own, uh, I guess, part on that website where you can just check out the videos. But yeah,
Mhm.
really cool deal. But what a lot of people don't realize is his vehicle is just so efficient
Well,
as it
it's
is.
unique, right?
Unique,
And
right?
so
Right.
it's unique. So just
Hmm.
because, I mean, I guarantee he can get a pair of Sony Explode 10s loud in that vehicle, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Right.
it's because of what he's done to the vehicle and how he's
Hmm.
created it.
Yeah.
I was really into proving that point back when I had my 56 Pontiac, no, my 58 Pontiac.
Hmm.
I put six woofers that full retail were $99. And I ran two 1500 watt amps, full retail, $400. So you had six woofers, so that's $600, and two $400 amps. So that's $1,400, and I was able to do 156s at 35 hertz. So, you know, with that being said, it's just because a woofer is, so say Crossfire is the loudest woofer he tests, that
Hmm.
means it's the loudest woofer in his system. So,
Mm,
um,
true.
because I mean, how many woofers did you test, Jeffrey, when you had your Rabbit?
Oh yeah, I had some Atomic in there, Soundstream,
Right.
REs back in
Yep.
the day,
Did you ever get to
Crossfire
trying
T3
some?
audio.
Yeah. Did you ever get to try any? Uh, what's the old school one that everybody used? Strokers.
No, no, no. I think it
Okay.
was. I don't think very many people were. I think it was kind of like I don't know if people just stopped using them,
Oh no,
or
we were using the
didn't
hell
use
out
them
of them.
as much. Yeah,
So the problem with
yeah.
the strokers at that time was
Hmm.
getting recones, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Um, where my Sonic FX subs or the T3s
Hmm.
or whatever or FIs, we can call and have a recone there the next day.
Yeah.
So, and then the other ones are tough. So kind of take it for a grain of salt what he's doing. He is
Hmm.
showing you what woofer is best in his vehicle.
Yeah.
In your vehicle, maybe a totally different woofer because it's based on how the box is built, the
Yeah.
quality of box that's built, and your dimensions. Because some woofers like big boxes, some woofers like little
Hmm.
boxes. Um, some woofers like to be ported, some like to be sealed.
Yeah.
So just
I think
because
it
it
more so
works.
it's just entertaining.
Oh, okay.
Just to say I got this Boss Audio speaker doing
Yep.
180s or something like that.
Yep.
I guaranteed if and I don't want to call anybody out for maybe being less than entertaining as a tester. But okay, let's say for instance me, like if I test it, if I test different woofers in my car or something like that,
Mhm.
probably doing 60s or something like that, it's going to be perhaps maybe less entertaining than somebody who's doing 180s with
Right.
a lesser brand or lesser known brand speaker company or something like that. So I think more so it's entertaining, it's fun. I can't wait till he
Is
just
he gonna get some?
starts fully sending whoopers and
Is he gonna get some funky puppies in there or something?
I think if somebody sends it to him, he's definitely gonna throw it in there. So
That's
hey.
awesome. All right. Lewis TVC says loves that he came across base race, open up a whole new thing for him.
Mm,
Gary
yeah.
Killian says compete first, then demo. Rest of the day. That's truthfully how I
Ah,
did it, and he's
yeah.
not wrong.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then Lewis says it helped him get deeper into the hobby. Um,
Yeah.
and then Justin says he gets demoing at an event like Autorama. There's lots of room. $50 gate fee gets you in for both days. It's 60 by
Mm.
the way now. So, but if you should have to at least enter a class if you are going to use the second day. You don't have to enter a class, but you get one with your entry fee at Autorama. So, uh, oh yeah. So Tristan says that Carlos's build is badass.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not wrong. um, let's see here. Tristan again says the boss one did better than I thought. And, so realistically, the issue with cheaper subwoofers is controlling the cone because you have a low compliance. I don't know if I'm speaking over some people's knowledge of subwoofers or not. But when you go to a cheaper subwoofer, it's got a lower compliance, which means it takes less energy to move it. So it's going to be more efficient and it's going to be louder. But the more power you get to it, it loses compliance so quickly. I'm sure you can speak to that, Jeffrey. Putting 1,000 watts on a 200-watt sub or something, um,
Oh
it'll
yeah.
it'll send the coil outside the gap and do all kinds of bad stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
um, Tristan said he got 172 with the boss. Brandy Lee popping in. Brandy was my computer person this weekend. Thank you, Brandy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So she helped me out by running the computer. She volunteered her time, which is awesome. That's really cool to get. Um,
Real quickly,
yeah.
so Lewis had made a comment,
Oh, did I miss
something
it?
about getting deeper into the hobby.
Yes.
You'd read it,
More
but
more
um,
deeper into the hobby is what he says.
yeah,
Yes.
you know what? Lewis was actually one of the catalysts to getting Eric to compete because
Really?
yeah, Eric was on the fence about things, and I'm not entirely sure if it was a money issue, but Lewis stepped up and said, "Hey, I'll pay for him to do Top Dog."
Oh,
He did that a couple of times, and Eric got used to doing Top Dog, and you know, he didn't need to have Lewis talk him into it every time. But yeah, thanks to Lewis, he was probably the one who really helped get Eric in the lanes.
so I've seen Moses do that out in
Oh,
Fresno
right, yeah.
too.
Okay.
Um, you know what? Moses is a hustler. Dude, if you go to a show where he's at, he's gonna try and hustle everybody to get their car in the lanes.
Mm,
And he's good at it. And
yeah.
he's actually put together a team, Team Space for Base,
Yeah.
And from what he was telling me this weekend, they're going to start hitting shows. So Team Send It, I would love to start seeing them back at shows. Right now, it's just Chivo. He's the only
Mm.
one attending shows, but it'd be great to see Team Send It. There's the Nevada chapter. It'd be nice to see them shows. It's a little more difficult getting over the hill in the winter. Coming from Reno to California, so I understand that. Um, Lewis says it's all in fun. I love watching all the competition together.
Oh yeah.
It's all love.
Yeah, nobody wants to win a class by themselves, you know.
No,
They want to get the competition and,
yep,
you know, being able to say, "Hey, I beat this person," or, or you know, "Hey, I competed with this person." So I
yep.
definitely understand what he says.
Yeah, I had a new guy, William. I
Oh,
don't
I
remember
saw
his
that.
last.
William Curtis,
William
I think,
William
right?
Curtis. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That was his name. And
Hmm.
he's like, yeah, I just want to see how loud it is. And by the
Hmm.
end of the day, he's asking me for my Facebook page, our YouTube page, talking about that. He's like, man, this bass race and top dog, I kind of get it, but man,
Hmm.
I go, and the thing is anybody can do it
Yeah.
and have fun doing it. I mean, look, your wife had never even done it before, what, 2, 3 months ago, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Base race, anyways. Yeah. So we're initially again, and I mentioned this a couple weeks ago too. We were just wanted to uh give Eric somebody to practice with, you know,
Yeah.
that would always be here. So we just kind of threw something in our Toyota, and then you know, Dana was like, "Let me try it," and she just got
Hey,
really good
Dana's
at
going
it.
to have matching tattoos.
Oh no,
uh,
maybe.
yeah. Romelia, I think she was the one that was at the Toys for Tots with us.
Hmm,
Says it's always
cool.
fun in the lanes. Yeah, can't wait to see her on there. We'll have to get her on the as her when she gets her world champion chat too.
Probably. We'll see.
Um, yep, Rosa says there was a bunch of new faces there, which is great.
Mhm.
But like I said, I think we only had two new faces in the lanes. William kind of stuck out because he was new, and I think the other person that
Mhm.
was new had been to some shows before, but never
Mm.
like kind of dabbled in it.
Mhm.
Um, oh yeah, Rosa says, "Great, Eric. Now she's gonna whoop both our butts." Uh,
Created a monster.
I know. You know how that monster roars when you start getting into it, and truly, I mean, it's something you guys can do together also,
Mm.
right? Because I don't,
Yeah.
she doesn't go with you to the jujitsu or anything like that, right?
Mm. No, no.
Yeah, but and realistically, it's something you guys can do together and stuff. So, um,
Mhm.
so that's really cool. So now you guys are empty nesters, except for your dogs, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Justin says most of the Team Send It guys are rebuilding.
Ah, yeah.
So
Rebuild season, he says.
it is. Oh, that hasn't popped up yet. But yeah, it definitely is rebuild season for sure. Um, but Gary had a really good point there earlier too, where he goes, "You compete and then give demos." Um, but
Yeah.
Gary would literally stay at a show until every last person that wanted a demo from him got one. And ambassadors like that
Yeah.
are huge for the sport. They they get people involved that would have never been involved with it. And oh yeah, there you go. Now it popped up. Eric says she is really good in both top dog and base race.
With
Uh,
a Pioneer head unit from 2008. That doesn't even have a pause button.
it
So
doesn't
she's no, it doesn't. And she's not even using a bass knob. It's just straight, you know,
volume
knob
control.
on yeah, volume control on a 2008. Pioneer.
Does it
So,
have the bio whatever
no,
like the
no.
jumping dolphins on the screen or any of
Yeah,
that?
like the OEL, I think it was called back in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Is it
organic
yeah, organic, yep.
electroluminescing.
Is it one of those?
No, no.
No, not even one of
And it
those, huh?
and there's a piece of tape holding the face of the head unit because it's a CD player also. So
Oh yeah.
you push a button and then the face folds down and the CD comes out. But it's gotten so worn throughout the years that we just put a piece of tape on it because otherwise it would just fall off. So, for what she has, it's she's doing well. Wait till she gets one of the Tennessee Bass Racer head units, the Pioneer one. So
Eric says his system's finally done. That's good to know.
yeah.
But yeah,
With
wait till she gets one of those, huh? Then she'll be putting hurt to a lot of people.
Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe it'll just totally screw her up altogether. We don't know. But that's why we practice and we test out different things and see how that goes.
Uh-huh. No, that's definitely if nobody if you've only learned one thing from our podcast, it's test, 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 keep notes, and go back and test
Yeah.
again. So
Hmm.
we have not had a champion on here for any class that hasn't said that that's what they did.
Right.
Let's see. I won't be rebuilding next year. It will stay after this time. Uh, how many times have you said that or somebody? It's a great thought, but it's very hard to hold to that. I will say that. Um, I always used to say until mine was loud enough to shake all the dust off my car where I didn't need a car wash, I wasn't going to be happy with how loud it was. And that would be very loud. So Lewis says he says his will be changing, so
Ah, okay.
he may be in the process of rebuilding. Hey, so
He,
go
yeah.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, Lewis had a SPL setup when he at first got him to a DB drag.
Hmm.
So for him, kind of, I don't know if he's changing it to become strictly base racer, because he had some power in there, and so we'll see what his change is about.
Okay. Eric Hansen says you guys practice twice a week. Mel Valadez says it's all Photoshop.
Photoshop. There was we did top dog practice, and I think I mentioned it last week. So we extended the competition so many times. It was I think we got it up to like 7x, like 7 rounds, and we
Oh.
were racking up millions of points. And I took a picture, and then I put a little heading. Haters will say it's photoshopped, and then Mel is every post I put a base racing, he'll put photoshopped. He actually put a post where he was practicing top dog a couple nights ago with Donnie Keller, and I got on there and I told him that was Photoshop. So it was just back and forth.
Sharing photoshopped stories, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Justin
much.
Stolman saying he's 42 now. He's too old to be keep building cars. uh, um, so Jeffrey, while we still have a few minutes left here. Um, wow, how come it says I'm only 23 minutes in? Oh, then it says 48 up there. All right, something's weird on something here.
Hmm.
Um, anyway, so what does your next season look like for you? Traveling, doing shows. Have you started putting that together yet?
Um, I've not really fully committed yet. There's gonna be some shows. I'm going to be traveling out to California, and I can't say the other one, the other state
Okay.
yet. Well, we're kind of working on it right now, but yeah. So there's still going to be definitely some traveling. Keeping it still going. On the West Coast, down south.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, just keep an eye out on that.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I could say, but another country, I should say, I was
Oh,
approached.
really?
Not the same one that you were
Okay.
approached with, but yeah. So hopefully things are looking up, and Yeah, I'll be worldwide pretty soon.
Hmm. You enjoy traveling internationally?
It's fun. It's
Okay.
fun. Well, actually, I guess you can call it international.
Well, if it's out of this
Uh,
country, that makes it international. Even if it's up to Canada or Mexico, you know.
exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, when I lived in SoCal, I'd go to south of the border every now
Yeah.
and then, and wouldn't really consider it international
Hey,
travel. But
donkey shows don't count, okay?
it was further south than that.
Um, so Justin wants to, can he donate a couple of hoodies on your show to give away for
Cool.
up on Christmas? Um, yeah, we can do that. I will get with you tomorrow sometime and we'll discuss that, okay? And let's see what we can do. I'll get you, we'll give away a couple of lots of watts hoodies. Justin wants to give away, so that's awesome.
Cool.
Um, let's see what else are we gonna do here. Yeah, and we'll let people know beforehand so that they can come on and we can get as many people involved in that and whatnot. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe I'll get Greg Purchell on next week. And we may have to put one of those posts up again, Jeffrey.
Oh, a
Um,
disclaimer?
yeah, the disclaimer of
Oh, one of those. Okay.
opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily that of the host or their sponsors. But I will tell you, um, Birchall has some awesome stories, and he's
Mhm.
a great storyteller. If you guys don't know Greg Purchell, um, so and it'd be really tough to keep the show within an hour, is all I'm saying. um, so he's the guy's I don't know how to say he's very enthusiastic and he's a
Mhm.
big character, it just he exudes character. So
He had the little yellow CRX
no,
in Sacramento,
he
right?
had a white CRX. You know
Oh,
what? He
white
might have had a
CRX.
yellow one too.
It, okay, I thought it was
Um,
yellow.
so, but yeah, he may have had a yellow one too, but he had a white one, and
Mm,
yeah,
okay, it might have been
he
white.
he was the only competitor I ever had that came out of my area that when he got to World Finals, the judges were like, no, no, who judged your car? And that was because I
Uh,
told him. He goes, hey, can I put fiberglass inside the wheel well?
mhm.
Well, the answer was yes, because you can make like an amp rack. So he goes, okay, I'm going to make an amp rack, and he filled an entire 5.5 gallon bucket of fiberglass
Wow.
of resin in his wheel well, and just literally filled in the whole back of his car with resin.
So he filled the whole tire well with resin?
Yes, in his CRX,
Wow.
and then built
Well,
up and then shaped it. And he goes, no, that's my amp rack. And we're like, no, no, that is not what I said you can do. So, um, uh,
what equipment was he running? What I think wasn't he
so,
like a manufacturer for a while too,
so,
or
so he did a lot of earthquake.
earthquake?
He
Okay.
did a lot of stuff with earthquake, and then
I think
he
there was
also
another brand.
manufactured Toxic Audio. So
Ah,
was
okay.
his brand,
Okay.
but
Mm,
he
that sounds
started
familiar,
out
yeah.
running a lot of earthquake stuff, the
Mm,
PhD 2000s.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
and yeah, so he was using that. So Tiffany says, "Yay the wheel." Uh,
Everybody loves
um,
the wheel.
yeah, the wheel's a good thing. So I will, like I said, I will set that up next week. I'll talk to what's his name, to Justin about it, and
Hmm.
then we will get it going next week. Um,
Cool.
just so we can, do it and have fun with it. Opportunity
Yeah.
for people, and then Justin will have to ship out whatever. But anywho, hey sir, we are running up on our hour. So
Cool.
I didn't
Cool.
even get to talk to you about Vegas. I wanted to hear some of your Vegas stories. One of these times when
What?
we don't have a lot going on, we're gonna have to talk of Vegas stories.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Who's that? Never heard of her. Vegas? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So my wife's mad that I'm going to be going to Vegas without her in February. So she's becoming a
February when? First part,
26th and
middle part?
27th. I
Oh,
will be
okay.
there Friday, uh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let me give you that
Wait,
date real quick.
before those dates? Because I'm gonna be out there too around that time.
Let's see. I will be there. Oops. I will be there February 22nd.
Oh, 22nd. Okay.
Yep, 22nd through the 27th. I will be in
Oh,
Vegas.
is it you got something specific you're doing or for
$135,000 for winning a tournament that weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
22nd through the 27th. Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
I got to talk to you something after the show about
okay.
those dates.
Um, Mel Valadez says, let's race for Toys for Tots.
Yeah.
All you have to do is
Wait,
show up.
I have a feeling he's got something in the works he's gonna bring out.
Oh, all right, cool.
I think yeah, he posted that picture that he was practicing, so hey, let's all practice together. Let's all, bring ourselves up.
Okay. Rosa, I think she says Fremont Street, here we come. That's my wife's favorite
Ah,
place in Vegas.
is it really?
It
I
is. She
kind of like it.
loves
I kind of like
Fremont
it.
Street. She likes
Yeah.
all the characters and the live
Hmm.
music because they have free live music there. We actually went and saw the Lieutenant Dan band the last time we were there in town.
Hmm.
So that's actually the
Yeah.
guy from Lieutenant that played Lieutenant Dan. He's the bassist for
Oh,
a band from Forrest
oh,
Gump.
okay. Yeah. The
Yeah,
actor is
yeah.
the.
He's
Oh,
the
okay.
bassist
Okay.
for his band.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so we
That's
went
really
and saw
cool.
him. My wife's like, "Damn, this band's pretty
Hmm.
good." I think we seen Buck Cherry out there one time.
Hmm.
And then yeah, there's a handful of bands out there that are really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's February 24th is the showdown.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, so I may stop by, but I ain't. I'll be bowling. Um, that
Where are you gonna bowl?
we
Is
are
it a
going to be bowling.
casino or bowling alley?
We're going to be at the Plaza, which is
Oh, Fremont.
South Point. South Point.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
South
South
Point
Point and
Casino.
Plaza?
It's called the Plaza. Is the name of the bowling
Oh,
alley inside of South
oh.
Point. So that's where me and my son are going to be bowling for $136,000 for first place. And
Mm.
then on Monday, Tuesday, we're going to be at the Orleans bowling with a bunch of people from Hawaii that love to spend money, and I just love to take it. So
Taking it, huh?
yeah, so we're going to be doing that. So so I may see you guys in Vegas. Moses, come down and root me on. Watch me, you know, like I said, bowling for
Let's
$130,000.
let's help Doug spend his 135K on some drinks or something.
So
Drinks are on Doug.
okay. Anyway, hey, let's wrap this thing up. I'm gonna go bowl with some other people real quick,
Okay.
and then afterwards we're gonna bowl for money. So I convinced them that tonight's a good night to bowl for cash.
Nice.
So I may make a dollar or two tonight after bowling. Like I said, but they're youngins, so man, I'm old and I gotta stay in shape for this crap. So, but anyway, all right. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Oh, Jeffrey, you got anything else to want to plug your show real quick for this weekend?
Yeah, going on this Sunday, December 17th, Grapevine, Texas, at Crossfire Car Audio. We're going to have our Toys for Tots event. Again, in place of bringing cash to pay for a registration fee, bring in a toy valued at $20 or more, and we'll get you in the competition. One toy per format, please. We'll also have Usaki there as well. They're doing a Toys for Tots. Hit up Shane Chandler for all the details, or you could also check it out on the Usaki website. But yeah, I put a post on the event page for Facebook
Mm-hmm.
for this Sunday. Um, and I put a couple of pictures from last year's event, and the toys and stuff like that. So
Cool.
hopefully we'll get a really big turnout. We'll get a bunch more toys, because ultimately we all know in the end it's gonna definitely put a smile on that child's face that probably wouldn't otherwise.
Yep.
So it's all for a good cause. Definitely coming out this Sunday, December 17th, 11 a.m. at Crossfire Car Audio.
Also remember in this, as we were talking about these demos and stuff, come on out and
Hmm.
demo, but bring a toy. Like I said,
Yeah.
just bring out a toy, even if you're not going to compete, or even if you don't have a rig set up for a competition. Just bring toy
Hmm.
and share what you got
Yes.
with everybody else.
Hmm.
All right. All right, guys. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, eBox, Crossfire Car Audio, and Voodoo Customs. Remember to support those who support the things that you like to do. Um, I really appreciate you guys tuning in with us this week. We really appreciate it. Next week, we will do that hoodie thing. I'll have to get with Justin and talk to him about that. We'll do that. I'll get with him tomorrow. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys next week on This Week in Car Audio. Peace. We out.